Oh, this is certainly going to be a beautiful, fantastic, excellent adventure. It's not Bill and Ted, though. I will give you some warning, though, because there are going to be some flashing lights. Cadus, I did not see what you sent me. I had different box art, but that box art is pretty good too. I think I'm going to show the one that I have, though, because I like it better. Hey, you know what? It is that 10 minutes before the match. You know what that means. It's the magical, wonderful time that we reveal our Game Master as well as our game. You know what? We have already had the Game Master here for quite a while, just chatting with us a little bit. Already in Twitch chat. We've got RBW coming in, distributing a wonderful quantity of video game today. RBW, come on in. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Can I just say
I bet you are. I bet you are.
Because I've played games that are very similar to. I'd probably say they're not actually like this game at all, but you know the overall story of the game is very familiar to me.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure that we've already had a game with this story in a previous Kusogr4nde.
At least Kusogr4nde 1 and Kusogr4nde. I'm thinking it may have shown up a little bit in the third one as well.
It showed up as a part of the gauntlet.
So it has shown up in every Kusogr4nde. Okay. Well, it's
indeed
not the exact same game, but it is the same story. Any guesses in chat yet, by the way?
I can give the chat a hint also if you want.
Sure, they'd love that.
So when I was posing the game to the group, I asked, which do you prefer, a bootleg or a licensed title? And then, just kidding, it's in many ways both.
Is it actually licensed, though?
Oh, heck no, it's bootleg.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely a recognizable title.
Aha. Yeah, everybody, you're definitely gonna realize what this is. It's not Journey to the West. I'm not going to show you the translation real quick, but this is very bootleg. Okay, there we go. We've got the picture up. Oh, everybody's going to guess this right away, okay? This is what we've got. How do you pronounce it?
Xian
Xian
Zong. It's a DZ.
Ah, okay. Well, that is our game for today. It is The Wizard of Oz for NES.
The translation on the manual is still the best, because they decided to subtitle it "God Gives Direction."
What? Well, I'm glad. That's really confident. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Why is Amazing Toaster playing Pink Jelly? Oh my gosh, I'm so angry. Why? Amazing Toaster, you deserve bootleg nastiness that's coming towards you. Just for that. What's this? It's definitely bootleg Wizard of Oz. Now, Wizard of Oz has definitely shown up from the Super Nintendo multiple times for Kusogr4nde.
This is very true.
Yeah, we've never had this bootleg, and so I'm excited for it.
Well, I'll go into details about the mechanics once we get started, but this is going to be a ride for our players.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm checking with them right now to see if they can get to a screen that has color to the edges. Otherwise, I can't capture this. Let me also see, because people always change their Twitch names. There we go. Okay. sneaky little Twitch name changers. Arr. That'll be fine. Okay. It looks like they are all streaming, though, and they're getting ready for this. So how, on the scale of 1 being terrible and 10 being amazing for this game, where would you put it personally?
Probably a solid 4.
Solid 4? Okay, so not terrible. Or not the worst, but it's going to be some level of pain.
It's definitely bad, leaning towards terrible, but it's quite playable. It's just that the game is not nice at all.
Okay. You know, that's not unheard of when it comes to bootlegs, having absolutely high difficulty. I'm trying to think, you know, somebody brought up wait and see a little while ago, and my mind jumps to wait and see when it comes to bootlegs that are cruel and probably nobody tested at all. It's bootleg. Who's going to test it? You know, as soon as they know that it actually runs, just ship it out the door. Okay, all we got to do is make like $5 and we get all of our money back. That's what a bootleg is. Not always, but a lot of the time that's what a bootleg is. And I have a feeling that's what we're going to get with this game as well. Just get something completed, get it out the door, and as long as people don't, you know, don't turn us into the FBI, then we're going to be fine. Yeah, this definitely is stealing from probably a few IPs at least.
Well, given that it's bootleg, yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining about that RBW. I enjoy a solid bootleg whenever I get the chance. Oh, by the way, who's doing audio for us? I believe I forgot to ask.
DJ Tifa Harding.
Yay, Tifa Hard. Okay. So, ignore everybody. I'm doing it live, but I don't care. Okay, there we go. We've got these 4 players. DJ Tifa Hart, KM Lone Mouse Wolf, Gramora, and Amazing Toaster going up against each other in our beautiful game, The Wizard of Oz Bootleg. For the NES, or I don't know, what console would you call it for bootleg Chinese game?
It's a Nintendo. I'm just going to keep it as the NES because it was the last console China got for a long time.
Okay. Did they actually get an NES with the same functionality as ours, or was it...
I mean, our NES was also region-free.
Okay.
Same hardware, no matter how you slice it. It just has tabs to prevent you from putting in the other types of carts. If you have a top-loader NES, you can just put in anything that works on a Famicom or an NES. Oh, and I did everyone a favor and English patched the game, just cause.
Aw, bang! The house finally fell. Beautiful flowers everywhere, birds singing. A beautiful woman stood before them. What a beautiful place! How many times do they have to say beautiful? Okay. So it looks like they are just about ready. I hope you're all enjoying the beeping. By the way, I'm going to say if you have any lions, tigers, bears, or witches, or whatever, anything that's vaguely Wizard of Oz emote-like, go ahead and What screen are they starting on, by the way?
Let's start them where Amazing Toaster is, just sitting on that cliff. Because you cannot skip the opening. I would say it's nicer just to let them, have control at the first point that they... let them start at the first point they have control.
Okay. I'm letting them know
yes.
We'll start from there. So everybody
Alright, and the
is able
sign,
to
of
go
course,
there.
is... Sorry, what was that?
Oh, everybody is allowed to go into the cliff.
Yes, and as pointed out in chat, the sign says "To Green Castle." Thank you, Emerald City. You are now just Green Castle.
Green Castle. That's like White Castle, except is the food better or worse?
I'm not gonna ask. Also in chat, I was corrected. The Famicom had a 60-pin connector, and the NES had a 42-pin connector. So
Okay.
I don't know which one they had in China.
So far, none of them are going. None of them is. Let me correct my grammar. Okay, Grimoire is going to be hopping in there to Green Castle. And there we go. Actually, is it because of the cutscene that they're pretty much just stuck going through it?
Yeah, there's no way to skip it. You can hold down A to rapidly speed up the text.
I love it. Oh, okay. I didn't... That makes complete sense. I thought that people were just sitting here and not paying attention, but no, we're good. We're good. I'll probably have to do a little recropping for some of the streams just because that's how it goes. Okay, we're ready. Okay, lions, tigers, bears, and all of your Wizard of Oz emotes, go ahead and spam those because we are doing the countdown in Discord. Wish them the best of luck. Oh my gosh. Wait, Franker Z, yeah, he's a dog. I can see Franker Z making sense here. Okay, and there we go. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. And Amazing Toaster is off to a quick start.
Alright, so one of the first things you'll notice is that you have a skateboard.
Oh, baby!
This should give you a good idea of what kind of game we're going into.
Okay, so 100% accurate. Oh, I love the emotes in chat, thank you, everybody.
So as enemies are killed, there are 4 possible things they can drop. They can drop gems, they can drop hearts, they can drop garments, and they can drop little vases. And each of these represent a stat that gets raised by 1 or 2 points every time you pick it up. So if they go into the menu, and one of them eventually will, because that's the only way to see how much life you have left, you can see what your current stats are. The different characters have different stats. The Scarecrow, for example, has very high attack. But regardless, you want to be collecting hearts, even though they only restore about 2 health. So, good luck with that.
Oh, jeez. Okay. How much health do you have, by the way? I'm not sure I can actually see it.
You can't. Yeah, not until someone goes in the menu. I believe Dorothy starts with 25.
25 health. Well, at least she's beefy, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. And Grimoire and Amazing Toaster, and now Cam, Lone Mousewolf, and DJ T-Fart have all reached the point where the skateboard explodes. So now you have nothing else to work.
No! Why did the skateboard explode?
I don't know. Okay, on Grimoire's screen you could just see temporarily that his Dorothy still has 23 HP.
Okay. Grimoire is plummeting. My guess is that you just have to go down to the bottom here. Maybe?
Sort of. There is a death pit at the bottom, as I believe Camel and Mousewolf has discovered.
Aha! So, yeah, how much information did you give them on this?
I told them that all 4 buttons on the NES controller did things, and yeah, that's about, and that they should save often, because this game does have saving, and so if you game over, it just starts you back at the first level. So they have to, of course, this only really comes in handy if they beat the first level, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Garby, that was a Contra death.
I mean, it's better than sitting through the whole cutscene again, right?
This is true.
Okay, it looks like DJ Tifa Heart is taking a save. Good. Okay, so at this point, I think they're just going to start figuring out how the game mechanics work. Also, that's a little bit brutal that, as far as I can tell, you only have 1 life.
Yep. If any of the travelers die, they're dead.
Okay. Uh, yeah, but if that traveler dies, like, can you continue as another traveler, or do you
Yes.
just... Okay, but if Dorothy dies, I assume it's game over.
No, it just as long as you have a traveler alive, you can keep going.
Okay.
I tested this exhaustively and died with Dorothy repeatedly on certain levels, and the Scarecrow and other members were able to pick up the slack.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good to know. I was gonna say, because Wizard of Oz, if you lost all your lives with other characters, you could still play other characters, but with Dorothy, if she ended up losing all her lives, it was tough luck, game over, and because of that, certain passwords made the game really difficult to progress.
Yeah, indeed. The other thing about this game is that apparently Dorothy is an expert knife thrower.
Oh, good. Amazing Toaster gets to show us the wonderful cutscene again. Yeah!
And for those in chat asking if it's like Little Samson where you get to choose between the characters, yes. I did not tell the players, but once you have unlocked the other characters, you can just use the select button to switch between them.
How do you unlock the characters?
Well, you gotta go and find them. And DJ Tifa Hart plummets to her death because that jump is really mean.
Oh no! Grimora is making a pretty solid amount of progress at this point.
They're all still on the skateboard section.
I thought it was a second skateboard section. Maybe I'm
Nope.
delusional. Well,
Nope.
okay. There we go. Second skateboard's gone for Grimora. It looks like KM is just trying to take things slowly and make sure that he doesn't die. Oh, the cucumber dealt a lot of damage. Man, we were talking about cucumbers during the last game, but...
I actually have no idea how much damage that thing does. I think it's only like 4 points. Okay, Grimora and KM Lone Mousewolf have figured out that you should probably just fall down that section on the right side. Now for more descending.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's a scarecrow! I'm cool with this. Okay, it looks like KM Lone Mousewolf. Can you please untie me? Oh geez, even the birds don't like him because he's so dumb.
Don't worry, maybe when we reach the wizard, maybe he can make you smart.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
So yeah, the Scarecrow has no range, but does a lot of damage with his sickle.
Okay.
Additionally, if you have magic points, which are obtained with the vase, and you hold down the B button, he will summon lightning.
My gosh, these hitboxes! I'm watching Amazing Toaster, and they're a little nuts. Okay, Scarecrow looks like he can jump pretty high as well.
He has a slightly higher jump, he does, indeed.
Okay. You know what? For a bootleg to have different characters with different mechanics, I actually really support that. That's awesome. Good job, bootleg-ish.
KM Lone Mousewolf takes a lead as
And Grimora is right
they
behind.
have completed. Yep, they've completed the first level, and yes, so has Grimora. And they should save because that is wise.
Oh yeah. Oh, KM Lone Mousewolf. Unfortunately, Scarecrow is dead. Now,
It's okay, they still have Dorothy.
Can you get them back after a while, though?
I have not been able to. I might have missed something about mechanics to reobtain them, but as far as I could tell, no, once they're dead, they're dead.
Well, that's nice.
Very.
If you save, do they stay dead as well?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So we might see some players choosing to reload after beating a stage, having gained the knowledge, but then trying to play it without losing everyone.
Yeah.
Also, for those, if you've noticed, in the menu there is a tab that says level, and that apparently changes the difficulty of the game. It defaults to easy. I
Okay.
am not sure what the higher difficulties do besides you taking more damage. I believe that's all it does, but given how rapidly you rack up damage, I think that's more than enough.
Okay, gotcha. I do see health pickups on occasion, though, so that could
Oh,
be...
amazing toaster!
Oh no, toaster!
Yeah, sometimes enemies glitch a bit and can't be killed. This is a bootleg after all.
Oh yeah. Wait, enemies become invincible?
There is a chance that if you, when the frog is spitting, the little, I don't remember what they're called, from, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, if you kill them just as they're leaving the mouth, they become invincible and just stick there.
Oh no! I love it.
And the, health pickups, the hearts...
That's not
again,
a platform?
Nope.
Grimora
There's a
just
flower on
jumped and died. That was beautiful.
There's
yeah,
a
there was
flower on it, you can land on it.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way, too.
By the way, everybody has made it to level 2 except for Amazing Toaster. Toaster's just a little bit behind. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this music is not the most inspiring music in the world.
No, it's not. But hey, it's
that's
better than the other choices I had.
I mean, yeah. I can imagine that.
You'll hear them soon enough.
And chat has a really good point. It's not Tasmania Game Gear. Thank goodness. The music in that is just unacceptable.
Indeed.
Okay, KM tried to jump on the lily pad with the flower, but died as well. It looks like a couple of our players have learned the harsh lesson about lily pads with flowers. They're just not platforms. Ooh, and DJ Teefheart goes into the pit. By the way, some of these sound effects sound really familiar.
They should. I believe most things are just stolen from the Konami sound engine.
Oh, okay. Yay, stealing. Are the sprites original, though, or are there any copies here? No, they're not.
A bunch of them are imported from things. I don't know what the character sprites are from. But as members of chat have been pointing out, they've got the crab from Super Mario Bros. 2.
Okay.
And I know that the little creatures being spit by the frogs are from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Like, I'm looking at them and I can't recall them, but you know, they might be. They very well could be. Cucumbers are from Panic Restaurant. Oh. You know what? Perhaps the daikon radish or horseradish or whatever it is from that as well.
Oh, Dorothy died. On Grimora's screen.
Dang old Dorothy. Why do you die? I mean, I guess that's part of being human and not a scarecrow.
That's true. I mean, that said, it's the fact that you only gain about 2 health per heart pickup is incredibly nasty. Because you can easily lose more than that in one hit.
Yeah, that's really rough. Why would they do that? I mean, it's bootleg, but besides that, why would they do that?
Gamlo and Mousewolf is up to the boss of the area, a frog dragon, and died. They tried.
No. You know what? I saw Cadus is saying that the perspective in this stage is weird, but the Super Nintendo is just about the same with the perspective on some of the levels. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is an upgrade from the Super Nintendo.
This dates the Super Nintendo version.
It predates it?
Yep.
Oh, maybe developers for the Super Nintendo saw this and they were like, we could do that.
It's possible. That or they saw it and decided, we can make a worse game than that.
Oh my gosh. It's so bad. Have you played it at all?
A bit. I'm not willing to play through the whole thing. That's for our players.
Yeah, very few games have made me quite as angry as the Super Nintendo version.
I mean, the platforms in the Super Nintendo version, I think, are even more unfair than the ones in this game.
By the way, everybody, this was made by Wakesing. We've actually seen this developer quite a bit on this channel before. Let me see if I can name some other games that they've done. They made a Resident Evil game. Not actually Resident Evil, a different one. Backport to, I don't even know what console, but probably NES. They worked on Battle of Europe, Destiny of an Emperor. They did a Chinese translation and a slight hack of that. Yeah, they've done quite a few hacks, it looks like. Okay.
They also made Super Contra 7, and I am being corrected by Cadis in that Wizard of Oz SNES was 3 years before this. Alright, I am correct. But yeah, I've gotten several great games from this developer.
Ooh. They did... Oh, that's really how I know them. I have a handheld Data East console that actually has some of their bootlegs. Thank you, Data East, for putting this company's bootlegs on. One of them is an Earthworm Jim bootleg for the NES engine. Let's see. Apparently they did some stuff with Aladdin 2, or possibly had some crossover with that. They did a port of Heroes of Might and Magic to the NES. That would actually be pretty fascinating.
The Resident Evil NES that members of chat are talking about is pretty interesting. There is a fan translation for it. The only problem is that it crashes in the first room.
Yeah, about that.
Biohazard NES is a very interesting way, because they pretty much put the entire game into the NES version. And the battle system is taken from the Game Boy Color. So yeah, this company is pretty good at appropriating things.
Well, one thing that I love about this, though, is that they did tons of translations. I think that, you know, even if they weren't authorized translations, you know, a lot of games that I experienced back in the 90s were because of unauthorized translations. Final Fantasy V being one of those. And
oh, yes.
so it's great, I think, that they were able to do that. Oh, they did Pokemon Diamond. Okay.
Also, Amazing Toaster has made it to the 3rd level, so props to Amazing Toaster.
Nice.
The way the balloons work is that you get immediately stuck to them, so trying to platform with them is not nearly as bad because it'll assist you in landing on them. But if the longer you stay on them, they will not be able to go up, so you'll eventually sink to the bottom of the screen and die.
Okay. So apparently, I'm just looking at this, and apparently the plot of this game, as opposed to the other, the Super Nintendo game, this one follows with the movie. The Super Nintendo follows more of the plot of the book. There are four different roads, and you have to collect bricks of each road. Red, yellow, blue, and green. But this, nah, we're We've got the Scarecrow, now we gotta go get the other characters.
I think they both kind of take certain liberties with the movie and the books. Like, this one, for example, does mention that Dorothy's slippers are silver, which was what the book used.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the opening cutscene.
Okay.
DJ Tifa Hart finishes off the boss, is off to level 3.
Nice!
Gamora is finished off by the boss, unfortunately.
No, Gamora! Yeah, Gamora is currently in last, but honestly, there's still plenty of time for anybody to catch up and take the lead. KM and Amazing Toaster are getting some experience in this stage, though, and it looks like Amazing Toaster may be to an sort of auto-scroller section.
Yep. And just getting hit by everything.
Yeah! Yeah! Hey, I think he's through. Moving on to the next stage. Amazing Toaster takes the lead.
I think he had it already, but...
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's level 4.
I mean, extends the lead. How about that?
Fair enough. Also, this game is not very long, so I will not be surprised if if we see some completion.
Oh, we're gonna oil the Tin Man. Well, you know, it's always good to see completions. I love it when we're able to get some of the games finished. Oh my gosh. KM making some progress, grabbing a little bit of health. Yeah, it's not very much health, but at least it can show up randomly from enemies. Like, I'll give it that. Question, though, does your health refill between stages, or...
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, why would it?
Alright, and KM Lone Mouse Wolf has also completed Stage 3 and is about to pick up the Tin Man. And DJ Tifa Hart has found out the hard way what happens when you stand on balloons too long.
Well, generally, I don't recommend standing on balloons, but, you know. It looks like Gamora is going Scarecrow route on this weird frog bird. I'm not sure if that's the wisest.
If you can get close enough to hit it, the Scarecrow just tears through everything.
Unfortunately, it looks like the boss is moving backwards every cycle. Okay, there we go. Gamora did it.
KM Lone Mouse Wolf finishes off a monkey.
Nice.
And Tempestral has pointed out that the Tin Woodman basically just has Metal Blade, which is true.
He so fat.
Stout Woodman.
Yeah, he's very stout. It seems like his attack might be the best, though. Like, I really enjoy the attack. Does it do much damage?
I believe so. I don't remember what the number was compared to the Scarecrow. If someone pulls up the stats, we can see, but otherwise...
Okay.
I just recall it being fairly high as well. I think the only character with really low attack is honestly Dorothy. But she makes up for it by having a lot of range with her, three-way attack.
Okay, gotcha. Amazing Toaster, by the way, found some Lion King monkeys. They pick you up and they throw you.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, I've played enough of the Lion King, but, you know, I'm not sure if they'd be able to handle the weight of the Tin Man. He's very... Like you said, he's stout, okay? I'm using your words here.
I mean, how else would you put it?
He's fat. He's a little fatty Tin Man.
He's not fat, he was just built stout.
Oh, whatever. He's been eating way too much food with iron in it. All that spinach.
I'm sure there's a pun to be made about alloys, but I'm just going to save our viewers the trouble of listening of it.
Thank you. Yeah, you better steal your thoughts, you know? Well, Amazing Toaster is still sticking with Tin Man. I'm not 100% sure why. Do you think Tin Man is a good character for this area?
Honestly, he one-shots everything, which really helps. His jump is probably the shallowest of everyone's, so yes and no.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about the jump. Oh, by the way, what do the shirts do when you collect them?
The 4 pickups are the hearts, which give you health,
Okay.
the gems, which give you attack, the garments, which give you defense, and the vases, which give you magic.
Are they character individual, the stats there?
Yep.
Oh boy. So, in other words, if you're using one character pretty extensively, they could become a powerhouse.
Pretty much.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a bootleg with this kind of, like, stat system before. That's pretty innovative.
I mean, it's a very robust bootleg. It's kind of impressive just how much detail went into this. I'm guessing that the developers are really big Wizard of Oz fans.
Maybe, or they're just really big Tin Man fans. I'm a fan of the Tin Man, okay? Little chubby boy here.
Cadus states that he appreciates the snap on the jumps, and I also agree. The moving platforms, the fact that you snap onto them, really helps.
I feel like that section that Cam Lone Mouse Wolf would almost be possible without the snap-on jumps. I do like that. Yeah, it's a little bit rough at times, but it's a good jump. KM has a pretty decent Dorothy at this point. Oh, an Amazing Toaster onto a dragon! Just like the Wizard of Oz.
Maybe it's just a reptilian thing. I don't recall any,
He's kinda cute, though. I think he's adorable. Look at him!
I'm looking. You do you, bro. You do you.
Okay. Hey, KM may be getting close to that as well. There we go.
An Amazing Toaster has, finished off the boss.
Nice! Good, good.
An Amazing Toaster is finding out the problem with the Chinwood Man, which is that his jump really is just that shallow.
Oh, yeah. Hey, still better than the Super Nintendo version where they couldn't jump with the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's just like this is improvement on the Super Nintendo version in many ways.
So many ways. Also, Super Nintendo did not have snap-on jumps.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a huge, huge improvement to the Super Nintendo game.
AM Lone Mouse Wolf has pretty much no health on their Dorothy.
That's a little bit rough.
So they'll probably have to use someone else for now.
Yeah, luckily, they would be able to kill enemies and then switch to pick up different items for Dorothy, so it'll be a slow grind, but it's doable.
Yep. DJ Tifa Heart and Grimora are just kind of back and forth on stage 4.
Yeah, these balloons aren't the easiest.
Sorry, stage 3. Yeah.
As 3, 4. They're on the same stage at least. Oh, Grimora! Oh, I love that you turn into like a campfire when you die. It's so good.
Well, I mean, how about a little fire, Scarecrow?
Yeah. You know, it looks like there's a lot of water in the background, though. He should really just Like, go soak a little bit in the river, okay? That would seriously take care of a lot of his paranoia.
I will trust your word on that.
Well, you're not going to catch on fire if you go swimming. Like your hair, if you soak your hair in water, hair just, I don't know, you've got a gallon of water in your hair, it's not going to catch on fire. There's no chance.
I could probably make sure that there's a very good chance. It involves beryllium, but sure.
But don't do that. Oh, it's the lion! Oh, there goes Amazing Toaster.
Lion, stop!
Camelot Mouse Wolf appears to be a little bit in the lead at this point, then.
That's right.
It's actually Simba.
Oh, hi, Simba.
He's so small! Oh, poor little baby Simba. Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, Lion. Well, at least they got it right, yeah.
Oof. Dorothy and Scarecrow have almost no life left, whereas Tin Man is at 48 health and Lion's at 64 health.
Well, no, Lion's dead.
Yes.
Dead bodies float to the sky. What is that bird? I guess you can ride the bird, so that's cool. He's got a fancy hat, too.
Indeed.
KM is just trying to figure out how to make some vertical progress here. It looks like Simba is kind of required.
Yeah, Simba the lion has a big jump.
It's so big! Oh my gosh, okay. Wow, he's supposed to have no courage, though, and be useless with fighting, but here we are, just plowing through everything.
I mean, he doesn't fight, he just lands on things.
I mean, that's fair enough. Okay.
You're not going to see him swipe with his paws or anything. That'd require courage. But if he just pounces and ends up landing on something, well, that's not his fault.
Oh, I love this. Okay, let me just say, this is wild. Oh, okay, good. Good. You know what? I can't decide who I like better. Lion or the Tin Man. But I just pretend to be brave. Yeah, sure you do.
I have no courage.
And it looks like KM is on to the next boss, whatever this is. Queen of Hearts?
I don't know what this boss is actually supposed to be, but... Oh no, that is a good strategy. I wish I had thought of that.
Very much a good strategy, but I think KM did take a death, unfortunately. That's okay, next time. Amazing Toaster is getting to try Simba physics for the first time. Good. I'm glad that Simba can ride the bird too. That helps. Oh, unfortunately, the holes in the logs are not safe. If you fall into the hole, you die.
Yep.
You don't go in the hole, or in the log, you just fall.
Yep.
Ooh, she could be the queen of tarts. She does throw apples, and apples are used for tarts.
And DJ Tifa Heart falls through the hill, as I have done, and dies just because, hey, what are solid floors?
Oh, bootleg video games. So cruel. They just want to destroy you all the time.
True, that's what they specialize in.
I love this though, okay? I'm not gonna lie. This looks like an amazing amount of fun. Oh, Cam, no! Why would you die? Oh. We'll have a funeral for Cam later.
And Gamora has beaten the balloon stage and is finally up to level 4, putting him in a solid 3rd place.
Ooh, very nice, Gamora. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, DJ Tifa Heart has been having a hard time with this stage, but I think she's still got a pretty good chance of making some progress. Yeah,
We're only... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We're only 33 minutes in, as you were about to say. Plenty of time.
Yeah, and we've seen bigger comebacks. Oh my gosh. Just recently, we had a match where somebody went from, I think it was 4th to 1st, and then ended up coming in 3rd. It was wild. And the thing is, it didn't look super close, but it became super close after just a couple good attempts by people. So, you really don't know.
It's true. It's not over until time is called. Or rather, Tim is called.
Okay, I'm into the pit as Simba. Oh yeah, Tim is good. Are the hearts also Tiny Toons? They could be. Like, I do get some Tiny Toon vibes occasionally from this. It's been so long since I played Tiny Toons, though.
Come on, DJ Tifa Heart. Okay, she made it. Just get on the plane.
Okay, Tifa's on the plane. Just don't die. That's all.
Yep. All that has to be done. No dying.
And there we go. DJ Tifa Heart is through onto the stage that Grimora is on.
And getting the Tin Woodman.
Tin Man, I love the projectile. It's too good. Okay, there we go. DJ Tifa Heart activating the Woodsman.
I do appreciate that the Woodsman is a lot taller before you free him, and then after that he gets a lot shorter for some reason.
It happens. It's the weight of your mission, okay? You have to
Game
go
Lone Mouseful
get a
falls
heart.
in the pit again.
Okay. Okay, Amazing Toaster is onto this boss, and that's a death. So, I noticed a lot of people taking deaths on this this stage that Cam Lone Mousewolf and Amazing Toaster are on. What's really difficult at this point?
I mean, the fact that when you get hit, you stop moving entirely and just land where you are, means that if you get attacked over a pit, you usually will just lose that character.
There's no way to adjust. You're just gonna fall into the pit.
Generally, yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so, a lot of these deaths have been an inconveniently placed enemy, like the little spires that drop down just as you're attempting to jump over a pit, and it's not good for you.
Oh yeah, that's kind of almost good level design though. Like, if you teach them the rules of what is going to kill you and then put enemies to specifically mess with that, I kind of like that design.
You keep singing praises of this game, bro. If I didn't know better, I would think that you were being paid by the dev to go and promote it.
What, you think I would take money from Wakesing? Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Oh, you know, no way would I take money from Wakesing and talk about their upcoming video game, Scooby-Doo 52. It's not
How
gonna
did you
happen.
know what happened
Wizard.
to Weishing?
I don't know.
From DJ Tifa Heart.
Oh, turned into a heart. That's a sad day.
Yep, she died. Gamlin Mouseful, and gets beaten as the Tin Man.
Yeah, not too surprising. Ooh. DJ Tifa Heart is just gonna try to continue on without Dorothy. Per Jeff, Wakesing still exists. Or however you say it. Weishing?
Weishing. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for the information, Jeff.
I like to think that they're waxing stuff. That's originally what the company was going to do. They were going to wax cars and like bald men's heads. Okay, that was their mission statement. But then they finally decided to just make video games instead.
Bit the bullet and decided, well, we're good at one thing.
Shaku, welcome to the game, and yes, this is kind of Wizard of Oz. Yeah, we've got Simba. It's a little complicated. What? Why can Simba summon tornadoes?
Oh, Camille and Mouse will fuse magic.
What? There's magic?
I told you if you hold down the attack button, they will use this magic spell. It uses up all of their magic power, but it's fairly effective at doing damage.
Okay. Well, I just had never seen anybody use anything except the basic attack, so...
It's true, no one has. That is the first spell we've seen.
Aha!
As I said, the Scarecrow can summon lightning. I do not remember what the Tin Man's is. And Dorothy doesn't have magic.
It's just being awesome, okay? Oh no!
Oh, is that so, Cadus? Cadus says that Kames used several spells. So clear, I'm just watching the wrong feed.
Well, that's okay. Everybody's getting everything figured out. There we go. We've got DJ Tifa Heart's audio back up. So we're 40 minutes into this. This is Wizard of Oz bootleg for the NES. This is so fascinating, though. Like, I really want to play this. It's not good. Like, I can tell you that right now, just watching this game. But I kind of love it. Okay, there we go.
Kusogr4nde, where you start loving the games that are only kinda bad.
Uh-oh. Alien Technology Dream Life. Wait, let me go to the waxing webpage. I need to go and make sure that I don't get a virus. IanWaxing.com, since it has been supplied to us. Okay. Oh, wait.
Alright, go KML and Mousehole. Beating that boss.
Nice. So that puts KM in the lead at this point.
Oh. They keep their lead pretty solidly.
Oh my gosh. And now it looks like KM is in a laboratory of sorts. Maybe this is the Emerald/Blue City? Green Castle?
Could be.
You know what? Green and blue are the same word in Japanese, aren't they?
Yes and no. They have a word to denote the difference between them. Same with Chinese. But the base word, yeah, there was no real difference between green and blue because it's very rare that you find blue in nature.
Okay, except the sky.
The sky, for many cultures, it was considered just clear. It was the sky. Like, nothing else shared that color, so it was just sky color. The only
that's cool.
civilization that had a blue, I believe, was Egypt, because they could get a blue dye from some of the stones near them.
Oh, that's awesome.
The ocean is green.
Amazing Toaster is on to the next level as well. This puts Toaster for sure in second at this moment.
Indeed.
Oh, geez, I'm just looking at this Waxing website, or the Weixing. And they make a lot of bootleg stuff. A lot of bootleg stuff. Let me see. They've got retro gaming. Let's see what they have here. It's all ugly. I'm scared. Okay, how about...
Now the question is, can you order this copy? Can you order a copy of Wizard of Oz directly from them?
It doesn't look like I can, but you know what? Some of their handhelds actually have like 200 built-in games. I feel like I need to get one of their consoles sometime. Interactive gaming console. What about that?
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Okay, 16-bit gaming console set includes 2 wireless controllers, AC adapter, 1.5 meter AV wire, 2 tennis rackets, 2 ping pong rackets, 1 baseball bat, and 1 golf club. Set built-in 51 games, including 16 interactive Super Sports 16-bit games, 8 Olympics games, and 27 classic arcade games. See, this looks like what I want. We can go golfing together.
Oh boy. KM Lone Mousewolf has a very low health Scarecrow apparently, and switching to the Scarecrow during the boss fight did not bode well for them.
Oh no. Like, I want to find details about specifically all the games that they have on their console, because especially the portable handheld with 220 built-in games. Do they have a list? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good mystery. For our audience, the group chat has 2 comments from our players. Grimora has screamed endlessly into the void, and KM Lone Mousewolf is dropping a bunch of question marks and saying, I like this!
I know, right? I like this too! I mean, it's definitely not good, and we can see that. Like, KM is possibly fighting a flying monkey, but it could just be a ghost.
Hard to...
It's really hard to tell. I love how everybody's just giving the highest praises for this game. It looks playable for a bootleg. Yeah, exactly. I like the pounce strategies. Unfortunately, Kim goes belly up.
Ah.
But he did a lot of damage. By the way,
well,
I'm watching DJ Tifa Heart and Grimora appears to have just taken a death, I believe.
That, I believe, was also the end of the stage. Right. How is Amazing Toaster gonna do this?
Toaster is using Tin Man strats, just hurling the axe vertically. Good idea. Unfortunately, Tin Man is dead. The oil just couldn't help him.
It's true.
I love that there are just letters throughout this level. Like, I'm not sure they're actually spelling anything. They're just letters.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, there we go. KM
Oh.
getting a little health.
It might actually be... I know there was an XZ at one point. That might actually be the initials of the game.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I don't
saw
know what the ES stands for, though.
KM took a death as the Scarecrow. Not a surprise. Okay, I'm gonna watch. KM and Amazing Toaster are going through the beginning of the stage. It looks like KM is just loading in order to try to avoid taking damage before making it to the boss, and that might be a good strategy.
Agreed.
Okay, here we go. Amazing Toaster has a Y. X. Oh, I think there was an L before that. Yeah.
Yeah, LYXZ.
They put the initials of their game. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm in love with Wakesing now. Why she? I'm trying, KM.
Yeah, I respect your trying. Soundmeister. Yes, this is a Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, can't you tell? We've got Simba. We've got these, like, jumping mice with really cool leather jackets. Cucumbers. The letters E and S. And a boss fight. Oh, and KM opted to choose to Dorothy and immediately perished.
You gotta keep track of who's got health.
Yeah.
It's hard, but you gotta do it.
I'm glad that Grimora really likes the Tin Man. Like, he's so cute. He's very tubby. Adorable. Also, do we see the skateboard come back later, or is it just in the first stage?
I believe it's only in the first stage.
Interesting. Interesting that they would build in that mechanic and only have it in one stage.
I think it was mostly just so they had an excuse so that you could jump on enemies until you actually, so you can get through just a ridiculous area.
That makes sense. There we go, Grimora getting tossed around by monkeys. Oh yeah.
That's right at the end of the stage too, so as long as Grimora can finish up these platforming jumps, he will be done with the stage.
Good. Yeah, this stage is pretty difficult. DJ Tifa Heart is trying to go through it as well, though.
So one thing I didn't mention that may come in handy for some of our players was that if you hold down and press jump, you will fall through the platform. You get killed, but this can also help with the descending section.
Yeah, honestly, that's something that I would just inherently try pushing down. Grimora just has to figure out where to go to get to the boss.
Alec A? Yes. All characters except Dorothy have a magic spell, and it costs... They have to build up magic points to use it by collecting the vases, but then they get to use, effectively, a item crash of sorts. The Scarecrow summons lightning, the Tin Woodman does a burst of axes, and the Lion roars tornadoes.
Grimora is on to the boss here. Honestly, the boss is pretty trivial if you stand towards the left. I think this moves Grimora into third place. Oh, and it looks like Tin Man throws out multiple axes when you use his magic. There we go. KM is fighting this boss of sorts. Honestly, both KM and Amazing Toaster have just been struggling with this boss, and there goes KM taking a death.
I mean, it's a hard boss.
Oh yeah.
Tifa Heart is getting really close to the end here.
Yeah, this level just seems really rough.
Many of them are.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that look like they should be platforms, but they aren't. A lot of things that aren't, I don't know, that are platforms that, I don't know.
It occurs to me that it's possible Dorothy does have magic, but I just never built up enough magic points to do it.
Huh. What are the positions right now? Right now, KM, Lone Mouse Wolf, and Amazing Toaster have made it to the boss of the stage. I believe KM was the first one to get there. I think one of them may be able to beat it, though, within the time allotted.
And then after that, Gromora, then DJ Tifa Heart.
Yes. Yeah, Grimora's a boss and part of a stage ahead of DJ Tifa Heart, though depending on how she does, Tifa Heart could move into third in just a little bit. Oh,
I mean,
a very nice jump.
It's really close. I think the boss is kind of trivial, and the boss is kind of trivial, and so it really just comes down to being careful and not getting killed by lots of monkeys.
Oh yeah. Because there are monkeys all over the place. Hey! Oh, Cam died.
Right.
And so did Amazing Toaster. DJ Tifa Heart onto the boss. It's gonna be a little bit of a rush for the last 5 minutes or so. Oh, and instantly dead there.
Wow, that Dorothy has no health left.
Yeah. Gromora getting Simba now. Lion, stop. Ouch, I didn't bite you, but you hit me. It hurts. Oh, no. That's so sad. Such a tragic story.
It's true. The saddest story.
Okay. Tifa is having a little bit of buffering on my end. Let me go ahead and refresh that stream. And here we are. We're in the last 5 minutes of the match. Gromora moving onto the stage after Lion. Now, Tifa Heart could still potentially move or make it there, but with only Tin Man, I'm a little bit concerned.
It's true.
But I do think that she may be making the right call of just trying to do a good push and make some sort of progress. And honestly, you could do worse than Tin Man. He's got a really good shot.
I don't think you can actually do badly with any of the characters. They're all pretty good.
That's because this game is just 100%. It's good. It's fantastic. Nothing wrong with this at all. Oh, Tifa Heart, I'm a little bit concerned about your life at this point.
Well, she could always check it.
And the jump, oh no. No!
Yeah, that's a mean jump. She can make it, but it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, I do think this sort of trivial-ish boss that KM and Amazing Toaster are on, even though the pattern is very predictable, it's difficult to actually dodge the damage there. And this might be the wall that they run into and just can't beat. But I have faith that either KM or Amazing Toaster can beat this boss.
I would like to see I would like to see one of them beat it. We'll see though. Well, that was not a very good attempt.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
I mean, the big problem is that just you take so much damage, and if the character you're using has no life, just it's very hard to keep going.
No! KM! Into the pit! Is this Lion King? No, it's Wizard of Oz, Julian. Can't you tell? What with all the munchkins? And the caterpillars? And the dinosaurs.
Killed?
I like the dinosaurs. Oh no! Did Amazing Toaster softlock?
Looks like it.
Gonna have to load and get out of there.
But this is why you have a load.
I genuinely love that. It's so good.
DJ T Part's gonna have a rough time with those jumps.
I don't think Tifa Hart's going to be able to make any progress, unfortunately. Her place is pretty locked right now in 4th, and Grimoire in 3rd. Amazing Toaster and KM technically may have one final push in the last minute. If either of them can beat the boss, that will lock a lead for them. Otherwise, KM made it there first, and I think that would be a good tiebreaker. We've got 1 minute left. KM doing an attempt on this boss. I do like this jump strat. It's... Oh, and there we go. KM taking a death. Amazing Toaster. I don't think there's going to be enough time. Maybe.
I mean...
35 seconds?
He's right by the boss.
Yeah, he's almost there. Just gotta rush, okay? You've got 30 seconds. Get to the boss and do what you can.
I don't know if you can beat the boss in 30 seconds.
I don't
20
know.
Well, let's see.
Let's see what happens here. By the way, Grimoire just made it to that stage as well.
If Grimoire doesn't have more time, they might actually have been able to beat the boss.
And there we go. We've got our hour.
That's
Holy
time.
Cow. That is time.
I am waiting to see if Amazing Toaster beats the boss.
Nope! Clip through the floor!
That'll do it.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, well, everybody, this has been an hour race of Bootleg Wizard of Oz for the NES. KM Lone Mouse Wolf got to the boss on Amazing Toaster and Grimoire's stage first, which we believe puts him in first place. Amazing Toaster comes in second, Grimoire third, and DJ Tifa Hart fourth. Yeah, what are your thoughts about how the match went, Wizard?
I think all of our players did really well. Grimoire and DJ Tifa Hart had a hard time with that third level, but they still did a good job moving forward. And Cam Lone Mouse Wolf and Amazing Toaster were fantastic. So I think it was a very good match.
Yeah, I think so. I had a blast, and KM is going to be joining us in chat right now. Hello, KM. Hello, are you there? KM. He's trying to talk. I can feel it. There we go. I can barely hear you.
Well, it is fucking long. I'm not too loud.
Okay, yeah, I've got a little bit, like tiny bit. Maybe.
I know.
Like, I can hear memories of you. That's about it, okay? They're very distant.
Oh dear. Sorry, it's like uniform morning.
It's okay if you'd like. Apparently, people can imagine they're hearing you. That's cool. Okay. Do you have a setting to turn up your mic audio?
I am trying to now.
Okay.
It's at max.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? At all the same time, even if we're not able to hear you, I give you huge props for getting through this. You were the first to make it to the boss on your stage. Both you and Amazing Toaster made it there, but you made it there earlier, and it appears that you dealt more hits to the boss. So that is what has decided it. Grimoire also made it to that stage. It appears that boss was the major wall for everybody.
Not surprised.
Well, yeah, good job stomping on his head. I really wonder, Wizard, do you know how long that boss took you to beat? Did you beat that boss?
No, I don't. No, I did not beat that boss. I have I have a save state like right before it, and I will sit down and try to hammer it out at some point. But no, that boss is just kind of like, yeah, I hate this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely rough, but I'm trying to think. Is the game much longer after that boss?
No, I think that I haven't beaten the boss, but my understanding is that it's like they are like maybe 1 or 2 stages away from completion. The game is very short.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you know, KM, if you'd like, go ahead and go try to beat it.
Maybe another time.
Maybe another time. Okay.
The only thing I'm doing is sleeping, I think.
Go sleep. You deserve it. You did great. Honestly, all the players did great today.
They did indeed.
All right, I can still basically just hear a faint whisper from you. So go ahead and say as loud as you can, good night, because we're gonna raid Macaw.
Oh, good night.
That was pretty loud. Okay, good. I heard that. Yeah, Wizard, thank you so much for choosing the game. Do we have any good raid message? I'm trying to think if we do from this game or a previous game.
Trying to remember the English. How about just 2 green castle?
Okay. 2 green castle.
Unless anyone in chat can remember a better line.
There we go. Now we'll go ahead and point the way. And if you want to put an emote after the arrow, that is completely fine too. Let's go raid some weird Cthulhu game, and we will catch you all on Saturday and Sunday for more Kusogr4nde. Thank you again, Wizard.
Alright.
Bye,
Good luck to everyone. Bye.